Satyanarayan Vrat Katha. Sat, as we all know, means truth. Nar means the one who dwells upon. And Narayan means God. So it is the God who dwells upon truth. Satyanarayan. Vrat means to fast, and Katha means the lessons of this great Lord, who is Bhagwan himself. So the Sri Satyanarayan Vrat Katha is very, very important to us. And how did it get started? In the Hindi version it says, Ek samay naimisharan tirth mein Saunak Adi Rishi Purveta Sutta ji se puche leke wahan. And in the Sri Satyanarayan Vratha, what has happened? It says, Ek Naimisharan. There's a forest in India called Naimisharan Forest. And as I've told you, that forest is still there today. And in Naimisharan Forest, there's a river, it's a branch of the Ganga, called the Nirmada River. And that river is a tributary that comes off the Ganga. And it's a very, very peaceful, beautiful place. And in that spot, in that forest, there was 88,000 rishis. Now can you imagine that? All of these rishis were all very holy and spiritual. There were 88,000 got together there. And they were led by a very great rishi by the name of Saunak. That was their leader. I think my microphone keeps going in and out. Their leader name was Saunak. And when they sat there by this wonderful river bank, they went into meditation. And what did they go into meditation for? For a very specific reason. Now remember, the word rishi has very specific meaning. If you go to India, there's a place called Rishikesh in India. And it's beautiful. I don't know how many of you have seen it. It's very, very beautiful. Am I right? It's so nice. It's a very holy spot where many rishis gather as well. So, all these rishis got together there and they sat down and they went into meditation for a specific reason. They wanted to see how they can help humanity in the future. Were they thinking of themselves? Were they thinking of the past, of their past action and deeds? They were thinking about the future of humanity. So they're also teaching us an example how we must live our life, not think of ourselves. That tomorrow we have to go to work and earn money and bring it in and take care of our family and don't worry about the neighbors or anybody else. They're looking forward. Not 10 years, not 20 years, but millennia, thousands of years into the future. So you're asking, how are they able to do that? Well, remember I told you this world that we live in is called the Yog Maya of Bhagwan? It is held together by the spiritual power of Mata Durga, the Prakriti. It's an energy field that holds everything together. And in Bhagwan, that's why in the Puranas, he says, in a moment I can consume this entire universe. So what you see is just a spark. What you can see when you look up at the sky and the stars is just a spark of Bhagwan's power. That's just a spark of his power. Yet some of us, when we get a little bit of strength, we think we're Mubad and God. Right? So that is the greatness of God. So they were looking and they saw the future and they said, my God, how can we help our future generation to be better human beings and not to resort to becoming like animals and destroying themselves? Because that is what they saw when they looked into the future. How are they able to do that? Because they were able to transcend Yoga Maya. They're able to go beyond this world of materialism that we saw. In chapter 15 of the Bhagavad Gita, what does it say? There's the very first verse. And in that verse, Bhagavan is telling Arjuna, he says this universe is like standing at the edge of a river. And you know those trees that grow on the side of the river? You ever seen them? If you look at the reflection of the trees, what does it look like? Like the roots are upside down, standing up, and the trees are growing from the leaves upward, right? On the river. That's how the reflection looks, right? It says similarly, this world that we live in is a reflection of the real world. That the spiritual world that's beyond this world is the real world. This is just a reflection. The illusion world, the Yoga Maya. This is the world we live in is an illusory world. It's not the real world. And scientifically it has been proven. Our katha will take too long for us to get into that katha today. But take my word for it. Scientifically it has been proven that this world is held together by an energy field that can dissipate at the twinkle of an eye if God wants to. So, this world is just a reflection of the real world. So they're able to transcend this world and look into the real world. Go beyond into the future and then reflect. Look at the reflection of what this world looked like into the future. And when they did that, they were very disappointed. So what did they do? They went to this very sacred holy place and they began to meditate. And as they meditate, when you go to pray to God, what happens? When you are in problem and worries and you call out your mother's name as a child, what happened? Who's the first person there? Watch the child in the crib when he's small. The minute the child starts to cry, what happened? I don't care if there's a big party going on, a conversation in the room. Everybody else is not here, but that mother hears that child instantly and she runs to that crib. She has special tuning skills, the antenna is up. She can hear when that child is in need. That is the greatness of a mother. And what happens? When they went into meditation, what happened? Immediately, when you cry to God, sincerely, what happened? He answers. Let us read the katha and see what happened. Meditate, take flower, take a deep breath, keep your back straight, and let us meditate upon Bhagavan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Atkatha Vyasuvacha Ekadane Misharanye Rishyah Saunakadayah Prapucha Munya Sarve Sutam Pauranikam Kalu Rishyavacha Bratena Tapasa Kingva Prapti Vanchitam Palam Tat Sarvam Shrotumikshama Katha Swamahamuni Sutavacha Naradena Eva Sanpreshto Bhagavan Kamalapati Surshaye Yataswaha Tachanutram Samahita Ekata Narado Yogi Paranugraha Kanshaya Partvan Vidvan Lokam Mrityuloka Mupagata. What happened? As they begin to meditate, something happened. A miraculous thing happened. They were sitting there in meditation, and all of a sudden comes this little 13-year-old boy naked, running through the forest. And as he was running through the forest, what happened? How old are we really? How old is each and every one of you? Today we say this young man is celebrating his 21st birthday. Have you seen some people that they are so small that from the time they are born they start to talk? Some of them are 10 and 13 years old, they already have a PhD degree. And some people are in their 60s and 70s and they still can't read and write.